What'd you think of Pontypool?
Um, I wish this thing reclined. I thought it was all right. Actually, I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah.
I was very impressed. Me and you kind of talked about it. You were telling me about it and said it was a good movie. Didn't really sound like my thing, but I
Yeah.
watched it and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great movie. It was awesome.
Um, did you get through it? Because I didn't think you'd sit through it.
To be honest, I had it playing and I was doing laundry at the same time, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I was multitasking, and fold a couple shirts and watch it, or fold the shirt and watch it, and it was yeah. By the end of it, the beginning was slow.
hmm
The girl at the beginning freaked me out.
Yeah. The one
Um,
that's kept saying pra.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then no, no, the girl right at the like one of the first
Oh.
scenes when he's driving to work.
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
weird, eh? Yeah.
yeah, and she like bangs on the window or whatnot. Um, it was when I seen that scene, you got the internet doesn't really know me, but I'm not a scary movie kind of guy. I hate scary movies. Scream is too much for me, kind of thing.
Yeah. You shut Scream off because the popcorn was on fire or something, right?
Mm.
She started making popcorn, and you're like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's too scary.
Yeah, yeah. I had a bunch of people over.
Did you?
Yeah, and we were downstairs, put on the movie, okay, let's watch a movie. Scream. Okay, I guess. And I guess before the main credits of the movie, there's like the intro, and somebody's like tied up on a chair or something, and they're making popcorn, something like that.
Yeah.
This is years ago. This is like Scream 1.
Yeah. That's exactly how it goes.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I'm either gonna leave my house and you guys can watch this by yourself, or we're gonna put on Happy Gilmore. We
to
ended
be
up
hon-
watching Happy Gilmore.
to be honest, that scene is probably the crown jewel of the entire franchise.
Really.
Yeah, that's as far as suspense, I would say probably the most suspenseful part, and it really is the crown jewel of the entire franchise.
I was terrified. To this day, I still don't like it. So when I saw that scene in Pontypool, I was like, oh no, another movie starting off just terrifying. Like I thought it was gonna be a hardcore horror movie,
Yeah,
but it kind of well, maybe not quite like Tucker and Dale, but it was almost like it wasn't really a horror. I found it was more like a suspense.
yeah,
It wasn't really that scary. It was more like what's gonna happen next. You know what
yeah,
I mean? It's not like people are jumping out at you. It's not anything like that. It's more like, oh, what's gonna happen next?
yeah. And what'd you think of the way that they did the zombies?
I thought it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, it was perfect. I mean, every other movie, every other zombie movie. I watched World War Z recently. Well, a
Mhm.
couple months ago. Great movie. Billions of zombies in it. This movie was more like you knew it was kind of a excuse me. Sorry. You knew it was kind of a zombie movie, but it wasn't really a zombie movie. You only see zombies. You see the one girl is a zombie, and then right at the end you see like a horde. See a couple arms sticking in the windows and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, for extras in this movie, there was maybe 10
hmm
as the zombies.
What do you
Um,
think about that? Why do you think they did that?
I just think it was just to keep the story focused on the story instead of the zombies. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like they didn't want to take away from the story. They wanted like it's a story movie. It's not a zombie movie. I wouldn't
But
even consider those people zombies.
Well, I think it's also worth mentioning that it's not a Hollywood movie. This is a Canadian movie. It was made in Ontario.
Yeah, yeah, I know. And actually, we talked about that before I even seen the movie, and that was one of the points you brought up about, they didn't have the budget,
Yeah,
for this massive zombie horde.
well, I'm not saying that they didn't have the budget, but it's an interesting sort of way of making a zombie movie on a low budget.
Yeah, it was honestly, if even if this was like $30 million Hollywood blockbuster,
Yeah,
if they did it the same way they did it, I would have found it that's perfect.
yeah,
It didn't need a scene with, a horde of zombies coming down a massive hill ready to kill everybody in the radio station.
What'd you think of the way the virus is portrayed?
Um, I thought it was great. It was
Yeah,
unique.
yeah,
Um, I mean, whoever wrote this movie really did something different.
yeah, exactly.
I really, really like this movie. Like, I like music a lot, but I find that in music, everything kind of nowadays kind of sounds the same. You got your hip hop and you got your pop music. It's kind of the same, but what I really like is when something different comes.
Yeah,
I want to find that sound that's weird, that's out there, and that's not following the same lines. You know, um, the Trampled by Turtles album. It doesn't give me anything more than the latest Mumford and Sons. You know,
yeah,
really, it's the same album. Lady Gaga is gonna give me the same thing Katy Perry's gonna give me.
yeah,
I'm looking for that out there sound. So I don't want to look at movies kind of the same way nowadays, where this is technically it's a zombie movie, but it's a different take on zombies. It was great. It was better than great. This was a very, very good movie. Um, yeah, it was excellent.
yeah. Really, interesting fact. The girl, I don't know her name, but the one that gets infected,
Yeah,
the
I know who
one,
you're talking about.
yeah, she was legitimately concerned about having to babble. Her the script said that she has to babble, and her fear, like she didn't want to have these words that didn't have meaning. She didn't want to, as an actor, that like bothered her, and she sort of thought about it a lot, and it bothered her when she
Really?
accepted this. Yeah, and if you look at how she performs it, it's like wow, you can tell that she put a lot of thought into how she babbled.
Yeah, and honestly, you bring up a great point because I thought the exact same thing. I thought she was probably one of the best parts in the movie. Like
Yeah,
her before she was infected and then her after she was infected.
yeah.
Um, she was unbelievable. I thought the makeup on her was really bad.
I didn't notice. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, if you go back and look after she's infected and her mouth kind of gets messed up, like it you can tell it's liquid latex and stuff like that if you really look. But no, she played an awesome part and she's very pretty. Um, I'm
Yeah,
looking.
you've also got like an extreme high definition, like 60-inch TV, though.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, I actually watched it on Blu-ray, which I found was really weird that it's from what 2007 low budget movie, and I found a high def version of it.
Where can you give me the link for that? Because I'm trying to find. It's our pick for movie club this week, and I'm trying to find really good feeds. And my G box is not Not that I have a G box, but my
Hmm.
the things that I have for feeds are not cooperating.
Yeah, I don't. I bought it on DVD.
Oh, you actually bought the Blu-ray?
No, hold on.
You don't
Um,
have to give it to me now, but if you could tell me the website, that way I can search it and find it later.
anyway, we're kind of getting a little off topic here.
Hmm.
Um, what did you think of it? I know.
I
Sorry, I know you were a fan.
hmm
What didn't you like about it?
What didn't I like about it?
Yeah. What is the worst part of this movie?
The worst part is also the best part, and that's something that I'm guilty of saying in a lot of my movie reviews. The worst part is it's not scientifically possible to infect someone with a word. That's just not. That's just gibberish. That's not a real
Yeah.
thing. That's just not the only. I've been a fan of this movie for a while. I saw one person make a point. The only way that it could be even possible is if they already had the virus and the words were like triggers. But even that, I don't think is possible. And another thing that bothered me is the English language. I mean, there's a lot of deeper things you can get into, but the virus takes its hold once you understand the meaning, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why
What?
so why would it have to be the English language? I can understand that meaning if it's said to me in French. I can understand that meaning if it's said to me in gibberish. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, if I go doodle 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 doo,
Yeah,
and I'm pointing at me, you know that means me. You
yeah,
understand that.
yeah,
When I go doodle doo, and I point at you, you know that means you.
yeah.
You
Exactly.
understand that. It does not necessarily have to be me, you, in the
Yeah,
English language.
yeah,
That's a very good point.
yeah. And I mean, it's interesting. I'd like to. I don't have the DVD. If I don't know if there's sort of an extended cut or anything, but I'd like to see if they sort of expanded on that anywhere. Maybe if there's a commentary track or a deleted scenes, because one of the things that one of the things that it seems like is the infection almost comes from like the lack of understanding. They start babbling, right? But it's sort of stated in the movie that the infection comes from understanding, and it comes from understanding a word in the English language.
Yeah,
That doesn't it that bothered me the first time I saw it. It's like if you understand it, you understand it. It shouldn't matter what language it is. So that's my only gripe with it. Other than that, I thought it was really like beggars can't be choosers. I say that scientifically it doesn't make sense. It's a science fiction movie. That's what it is. It's the reason it's a science fiction movie is because it's not it's not science. It's not something that's real,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Yes.
So
Well, um, you hit the nail on the head there. But my other issue with it was, I mean, this is obviously spoiler central, right? Already?
spoiler central, yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of the movie, the main character convinces everybody that different words are different words. So
Yeah.
like me is tomato,
Okay.
and you are tool.
Okay.
That's kind of rude, but I have a tool poster right there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And instantly, people completely forget what kill means, and they kill means flower in their head.
Okay.
When you see a flower, you call it a kill.
Okay.
Only took about 45 seconds for him to teach that one girl it, and then it cured her.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That I found that was maybe it was something to do with the virus. That's what I was thinking, that the virus just made you, well, dumb.
Yeah,
And that could explain it, but I don't know. In my mind, I thought that was kind of weird.
yeah. It it is. I mean, because I haven't. I'm gonna watch it again for this review that we're doing. I haven't seen it in a long time, but isn't she sort of just being infected? She's sort of it hasn't taken its hold, right?
No, she's like on the line where she's about to be infected. She's got the word in her head,
Yeah,
and she's going. She's starting to mumble.
yeah.
She's not yet locked on to her um, target, I guess you could call it.
See, this is what I really like about this movie, though, is because it's something that you can relate to. Because everybody's been in that instance where you say a word several times and it starts to lose its meaning. And I think that I can see how, never like sort of distracting yourself from that for just a little bit can sort of help to break that.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. Yeah, yeah, it's true. It kind of goes along lines with like learning a new skill.
Yeah.
Like I'm a drummer. Got a drum kit back there, but it's kind of like when I was taught how to play the drums, I was taught to play holding the drumstick traditional style, and then I needed to learn how to play it playing match grip because traditional style is really outdated. Don't get
Okay.
mad at me, any drummers. So you're trying to break your muscle memory. You know what I mean? I'm so used to doing it this way. You're so used to having that word in your head. It's so hard to do that. And apparently they can just do it. No problem. I just found that was my one thing about this movie,
Okay.
except for the very last scene.
You didn't like the very last scene?
Yeah, not a
Oh,
big.
like the after credit scene?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was strange. I don't understand it. It
yeah.
was just like we got extra time. Let's just throw something in there.
Well, so the bomb hits, right?
Yeah.
And everybody dies,
Mhm.
right? Because they nuked the fuck out of the place. Is
Yeah.
what I got.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of confusing.
The after credit scene, I think it was just a bonus. I don't think it had anything to do with the movie.
Yeah, yeah, that makes more sense. I don't know. I thought that they shouldn't have dropped the bomb. I
Yeah.
I thought that was weird. I mean, we're ruining this movie for anybody that's ever got excited about. You can't post this until after your
Till
movie
after.
thing,
Yeah, I know.
right?
No, I don't think anybody's watching this live, and I'm gonna edit it probably a little bit too. But
Okay.
there's definitely gonna be spoilers in it.
Yeah.
Do you want to call it a night?
Yeah, it's up to you.
I mean, maybe not call it a night, but stop the broadcast.
Okay, cool. Yeah. We'll
Should
have a little
we?
chit chat.
Should we make the big announcement?
That you're gay?
No,
Are you sure?
about that thing that's coming up, or do you want to wait?
My penis? It's getting there.
All right, no super kick-ass awesome announcement today.
There it is. Getting there.
Is that your penis?
No, I'm just kidding. No, no, yeah, okay. So everybody on the internet, Super Kick-Ass Awesome Day is coming your way. Um, Details are to follow, but it's gonna be super.
It's gonna be kick-ass too.
It's gonna be so awesome.
All right, and with that, we're gonna get out of here. Have a good one.